What's going on, everybody? Scrambling to get set up here. We've got briefing with TPC in about 6 minutes. I wanted to show you our new toy before we got started. The Cessna 310 Romeo by Milviz. New toy to the channel, new addition to the hangar. I've flown 2 short flights with it off stream, and I'm liking it so far. So we're gonna take it for a flight today in the Hawaiian Islands, do some island hopping in Hawaii. Cody, it's going, bud. I wish I was in the air with y'all. Me too, man. How much longer do you think till you'll be back? Alright, I'm gonna unmute these guys in Discord. So you're gonna hear a couple extra voices. And while we do the briefing at 7, we'll talk about this airplane and start pre-flighting and all that good stuff.
Today to you guys, I'm testing my 737.
Okay. Alright, we'll get back to them in a few minutes. You're not going to be able to hear them, or hear me over them. Alright, just a quick brief rundown. Today's TPC GA Tuesday featuring Hawaii. So we're going to be island hopping in Hawaii. We're going to be starting off near Honolulu, an airport called Kalaeloa. Small little class Delta here located underneath Honolulu's class Bravo. We're going to depart out to the east, and then we're just going to hit all these islands on the way down to Hanna, our final stop. And I'll brief this a little further in detail after the TPC briefing, but this is what it looks like. Weather is looking okay. There's some showers in the area, but mostly VFR. I think we're going to be okay. Should be pretty nice. So back to the airplane. We've got the new Cessna 310 Romeo by Milviz that came out, I don't know, 5 or 6 days ago. And man, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. A lot of cool features this airplane has, like simulated wear and tear and things like that. I'll show you all the options inside the EFB once we jump inside. Airplane's been fueled already. I have not pre-flighted the airplane yet, so we're gonna have to do that. And yeah, we can start with that real quick. Let's jump in the airplane. Just a quick look around the panel and around the interior of the airplane. We're gonna take her away. Nice 6-seater, light twin. I think it usually does around 170, between 170 and 180 true. Between like 5 and 8,000 feet. Usually burning around 40 gallons an hour. Doing 170. So here's the PFD, or the iPad. So first page we have is a configuration page where we can open the doors and close the doors. All of our engine covers, intake covers, and pitot covers we can take off if we want. Our front right passenger, which we're going to take off. I've been flying alone as I've been test flying this airplane. Not quite ready to carry passengers yet, so we're going to go solo for this one. So yeah, you can add all the passengers in, you can fill up all the seats. You can also fill bags and things like that inside the wing lockers, the baggage areas. Let's see if I could show you that. I haven't really looked too much of the stuff on the right side here. The stuff on the left side, we've got our front door open, which is this one here. Nose baggage door. Let's see what happens when we push that. There you go. Pretty cool. The rear baggage door, I think I played with this one. It was not working the last time I tried. Oh, it's working this time. Awesome. So this is the first time I'm seeing this door open. So pretty cool, pretty cool. Engine covers, intake covers, pitot covers, wheel chocks, and control lock. We've got our control lock in on the yoke. And on the outside of the airplane you can see all of the engine covers here in the cowling, and the pitot covers and stuff like that are all on there. Now, if you do forget to take these things off during pre-flight, you will run into engine trouble. Engine will probably overheat and probably end up quitting on you if you stay in the air long enough. So it's really important that we remember to take all that stuff off during our pre-flight, because it will you won't be able to fly too far with them on. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and close up the rear baggage door and the nose. And we're going to go ahead and take off all the covers first, and our wheel chocks and our control lock. The click spot's kind of funny for the control lock. If you click it over here, it'll take the iPad off. So I got to move my view over here. Down here at the bottom, you have a passenger comfort index. Even though we're not having any passengers today, this little meter will tell you how happy the passengers are. From 1, really poor and really upset, to 100, fully satisfied and happy. When you get to the upper end here, it'll turn green, and if you go on the lower end, it'll turn red. Things like monitoring the temperature inside the cabin is really important. If it gets too hot or too cold in the cabin, you can make your passengers upset. So you've got to play around with the climate control. Sometimes opening a window might help. This little window here, which we'll get that open now, and stuff like that. How are we doing on time? 7. Let's go to TPC briefing.
All right, thank you guys for joining this flight, and thank you for being a member. We appreciate it very much. I hope you guys having a good time.
Go over our next page on the PFD is the services page.
So we got a special treat.
Here's
today.
Where we manage our fuel.
Visit,
this
Hawaii.
airplane's got the two main tanks are on the wingtip. It's usually backwards from other airplane. You usually have your main tanks in the wing and your auxiliary tanks on the wingtip. Cessna 310's a little bit different. Main tanks are on the wingtip, and auxiliaries are in the wing.
As always, make sure your Discord name.
Like I said, we're already fueled up. We're just using the 2 main tip tanks.
Followed by your call sign.
Should be plenty enough to get us over to Hanna, plus another hour or 2 on top of that.
When you're not speaking, or
down here at the bottom, we have wash and detail. So also simulated, the more you fly the airplane, the dirtier it gets. And you can clean the aircraft whenever you want. You can also change the rate of change, how rapid it gets dirty. If you do a lot of flying in, I don't know, backcountry or a lot of dirt, gravel strips and stuff like that, you can change it to rapid, and your airplane will get dirty quicker. So that's kind of a cool feature too.
Is the giveaway
really like that.
Or giveaway winner announcement. So we'll
over to our options page.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Our Avionics Suite, we've got a couple different options how we want the panel layout. I've got mine set for the PMS GTN 750, so we've got a GTN 750 here and a GTN 650 here, autopilot, and ADF.
You have to be subscribed to our
but you
YouTube
could
channel,
go
which is awesome
full slant alpha, which is comms and a transponder.
That's why. And then
you can go Asobo GNS,
and then you have to
530, 430.
Giveaway
if you have the TDS GTN 750, you can do TDS 750. I don't. And then there's also an Asobo Garmin G5 option, which I'm not sure if this is working yet. I haven't tried it myself. And I saw one of, I think it might have been Fabio's, Flying Fabio's streams where he tried to use these, but they wouldn't light up for him.
And all that, so.
I like this setup with the 750 and the 650. And then the standard 6-pack over here on the left side.
As always, even though
this is pretty cool too. Initial state. You can select default, which if you load into the airplane, anytime you load into the airplane in the sim, it'll just standard default to. It'll keep the panel state to default. So everything off, basically everything where it's supposed to be. If you click this owned option,
for that portion.
Every time you load in the airplane in the sim, it will leave everything as you last left it the last time you flew it. So I flew this airplane yesterday, testing it out.
You can see that.
So anything that I left on the on or off position in the airplane is going to remain that way every time I load it. So that's pretty cool too, how that stays persistent. If you select the rental option, every time you jump in the airplane, things might be different since somebody had the airplane before you.
I believe they're $24.
They might have not have, remembered to turn a couple switches off or something, and things will be left at random. So if you have the rental option selected, you'll have to give the panel a good once over and make sure that everything that's supposed to be off is supposed to be off, everything that's supposed to be off is off, and everything that's supposed to be on is on.
Weekly video podcast.
And show user reg is just your tail number. So I've got my standard tail number there. Another thing is, if you choose a different tail number for the airplane, it'll give you a whole separate 310
announcements
with
and
different
things are in
different
there. So we
options.
kinda,
So every time I load in the 77 Foxtrot Alpha, it's going to load
getting
up the
this
same
off the
options that
ground.
I
We've
left
got
it
a
with.
few
If I were to
weeks
load a
of
new
that,
airplane with
and
November
eventually we
55
are
Delta
gonna bring some
Kilo,
folks to interview
all
and
of this
stuff
will be
like that, so
different,
you get a
and all of
chance
it will
to
stick
listen
however I
to,
leave it.
pilots and
Realism
flight
down here,
sim,
we've got individualization, which is
folks
what I just mentioned now.
from
Using different tail numbers is going to give you a whole different airplane.
that sort of thing.
Things don't just
So
stay
it
the
should be
same.
very interesting. And I want to thank
It'll be
Paulie for
different
putting this
between
on.
each
It's
airplane.
very
Engine
cool.
realism
So do check that out. It
and
comes out
systems
every
realism
Sunday.
and wear and tear is pretty
Like I
self-explanatory.
said, it covers pretty much the
Systems
flights for the
realism
following
and
week.
wear and tear
So
things
that's
will
my-
wear down and
that's my
break
other
over
plug.
time.
And
Failures
I think
down
that's
here,
about it.
you can set to
Does anybody
never,
have any questions
rarely, which would be
about
the
anything I said? And by the way, all of this you can find
which
on
would
the
be
website.
closest to real life, I guess
If
you
go
could
to
say.
Flight Crew,
Occasionally,
top
which is
right
kind of
corner,
close to real
Flight
life,
Crew
but a little
button,
bit more
click that.
often
That's
they'll
your
experience
member
failures, and then
area.
frequently,
And then
I don't know,
if you
probably
have to
a
log in,
failure or
log
two
in or
every
whatever, get in
single
there.
flight. I have mine set to
You'll see all
rarely
the announcements
to
about
keep it
that,
kind of realistic.
pretty much are
Also,
in
I'm
there.
not too
All right,
familiar
any
with this
questions
airplane
for me?
yet. I haven't really gone too deep in the POH. I don't know too much about emergency
good.
procedures
You
and
guys
things
have
like
a good
that.
flight.
So I have
I'll
mine
turn
set
it
to
over to
rarely, and anything can fail.
Guys,
I mean,
really
engines
well.
can fail. You can lose instruments, even
Before we
light
get
bulbs
into flight plans,
can
we're
burn
gonna talk
out
about that TPC
inside the cabin or outside the airplane.
piggybacking off of what
All right,
Serge
let's pay attention
has
to Paul here in this one.
It's gonna be great. You know, we're gonna have guests come on.
Sorry,
we're gonna have
Serge.
these links to videos of guests.
Serge
coming
usually
on.
just goes
He's
through
not a
like
member
admin
of
stuff that
Volanta as well.
we hear all the time. So
You're gonna see some of the guys around the club hopping on every.
Paul's
so
gonna
often,
talk
so
more about the flight in
we got
particular.
some, definitely cool things lined up for that, but. For the flight
Don, I see you, Don.
Again, like
Compilation
I say,
kit, what's up?
flight, I'm not really going to beat a dead horse.
PMDG 737,
If you
Don?
have
Not yet. I will be
thoroughly
picking it up
read
though.
this amazing flight plan that
TPC is
Miguel
actually
came
throwing
up
a
with,
raffle tomorrow,
that
Wednesday
Cody
night,
worked
so I'm
on
waiting to
as
see if I win it with them
they've been
before I
doing a
go
great job.
spending money
Cody
that
and Miguel
I don't have right now.
over most of the GA stuff, and especially with Miguel's experience doing the, you know, I think his commercial right now, going for a CFI he was mentioning. You know, we're gonna have some really good flight plans coming in your way, and with Miguel's enthusiasm.
So we covered everything here in the options page. Status page.
Enthusiasm on it.
Status of all the things that can break and go wrong in the
But again, I
airplane.
don't want to beat a dead horse with the flight plan. If you guys haven't read it yet.
So when I first loaded
take
this
a minute to
airplane,
read it. Don't fly
I did the
this
inspection,
flight.
which is
Take
kind of like your
5, 10
Angel
minutes, just
expansion.
thoroughly read it, and then just depart. Just
All these
sleep.
things will
I
light
tell
up and show you how worn they are.
thoroughly
I'm going to
read
show
it.
you that
You'll probably
now.
just be getting
I'm not going to
ready
overhaul or
takeoff
fix
trim.
anything. I just want to leave it how I left it.
So of
But
course
if we click
everybody here should be
inspect,
on the ground with me at
wait a couple of
the,
minutes.
PHJR.
There we go. So we see there's some
And,
cylinders being
again, below
worn.
each airport, the
Left
guys
engine
will
and
give you
right
a
engine. I'm not sure what's
description
causing
of
that
it, what's
damage, so
going
I'll have to,
around
I'll have
the
to figure that
area.
out.
Little
Everything
tidbits
else looks
on it,
good,
so,
and if you wanted to
it's cool what they
overhaul,
have.
I'm not
So,
going to
of
click
course,
it
we're
again. I'm
gonna
going to
pull that
simulate.
here.
I'm going to try to put some hours on it before I overhaul it. I'm not going to overhaul every time I load the airplane.
As well, and
In real life, you don't have that kind of money.
Full stop.
Things
Again,
do end
as
up
it is in the
breaking and
Google Doc,
things
and I can see
you
a
need
bunch of
to
names
fly,
at
and
the
then of
top.
course we'd overhaul or we'd
Let me
fix.
know a bunch of people are
We'd
reading
repair
this.
each individual thing.
He also has the
I'm going to leave this like this. I'm going to
as
pretend like we didn't even inspect
well.
it.
Guys, that's about all I really have. Miguel, do you
That's
have
it.
anything you want to add about the flight plan or any
Pretty cool,
special
though.
hot spots that we should be watching out for at all?
Not really, guys. The flight plan is pretty much made, so
Fuel's
you
on
guys
main
could
tanks
enjoy the
left and
scenery.
right.
And
Let's open up the
I hope
cowls.
you guys really have fun flying it. I noticed approach and center just came on, so if you guys want to talk to ATC, again, you guys are more than welcome.
Oh, it's a beautiful day too. I'm
Battery
loading
master's
in
gonna come
with,
on. We'll
live
verify
weather.
fuel.
Just be, well, a few clouds off to my.
Here's our fuel gauge, left and
Looks to
right
be good,
tanks,
so
and then you can
won't
click the
waste
switch here to
more of
switch
your
from the
time.
main
You guys
tanks, the
enjoy
tip
any
tanks,
questions
to the auxiliary wing
Thanks,
tank
guys.
switch. Wing tanks should be empty, so if I switch to auxiliary, they show both empty there. And then back into main. Fuel's been verified. Let's bring our flaps down for our walk around. And next we'll get all of our lights on and make sure all of those are working. Lights are over here on the left side. Pitot heat as well. We're gonna test that. Pitot heat, all of our lights.
Looks like I'm the only one that parked on the other side of the airport.
I don't know.
Alright, so now we'll just go and walk around the airplane. So stepping out here, I'm just going to make sure my baggage door is closed and locked. I'm going to start with the right wing, looking at our flaps underneath here. Different kind of flaps. This is also different in this airplane from most modern airplanes. Usually we have the slotted flaps that come out behind the airplane. I can't remember the name of these, that they just kind of fold out from the bottom of the wing. So nothing changes on the top of the wing here. All of this stays the same, and the flaps just kind of drop from the bottom there, which is pretty cool. I like that. We're just going to look in there and just make sure all of our hinges are in place, all of our cotter pins and things like that. Moving towards the outside of the wing over here, we'll check our ailerons, we'll move them, check full range of motion, make sure that our yoke is moving in correspondence with the aileron movement. And then underneath, we'll look to check and see if all the pins and hinges and bolts and things are all in there. Over to the outer edge of the wing here, we'll just look at the general condition of our wingtip. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's do lights first before I kill my battery. Forgot. So lights. I think these are on, you just can't tell. Let me see the other side. Pretty sure landing lights are on, you just can't see them because it's daytime. Alright, right strobe is working, right nav is working. Our landing lights are working, left strobe and left nav. And then on our tail section we've got a rotating beacon in our tail nav light, the little white one right here. Pitot tube, let's go give that a touch and make sure that's warm. Pitot tubes are up here in the... I guess these are the pitot tubes up front here. Touch those. Yeah, they're hot. Pitot heat's working, so we'll go back in the airplane and turn off lights, pitot heat, master. And go continue that walk around. We left off over here in the right wingtip. General condition, there's no fuel leaking. The fuel is located in the wingtip here. Condition of the landing light looks good. Leading edge looks great. Down here at the bottom, we'll take a look at our landing gear. Okay, I'm going to switch to a different view. So we can get a little bit closer. Looking at the condition of the tire here in our landing gear, all the bolts are there. Nothing leaking from the brakes or anything like that. Look at the textures in here, inside the wheel well. That looks so good. So good. Right gear looks good. We'll take a look at our exhaust pipes and our little inlets here, make sure those are all clear. Up top, our prop and our spinner looks good. Take a look inside the cowling, there's no animals in there. We'll give a little tug on our belt, make sure that's nice and tight. We're going to come back and drain all the fuel and check the oil after our initial walk around here. So we'll just continue. Over here to the nose. Everything looks good, there's no damage. Down below, we'll look at our nose wheel and our landing light. Everything looks good, nothing leaking. Condition of everything looks good. Everything good up in there. Right side, our baggage door is closed and locked. Continuing. Looking good here. Prop and spinner. Looks good. Take a look inside the cowling. No animals. Belt's nice and secure. Down below, these little inlets and our exhaust, everything looks good. And then our left main gear, tire, and gear looks good. Continuing on, we'll take a look at the leading edge of the wing. All that looks good. Left wingtip and our left landing light looks good. Aileron, I'm in drone mode now, so I can't move it with my yoke, so we'll just pretend that we're moving it, checking full range of motion, and then checking underneath and making sure all of the bolts and pins are secure. Left flap looks good as well. Our these are called wing lockers. You can also store bags and small things here behind the engine. We'll open those up here in a second. I'll show you that. I don't think I've done that yet myself. Static port, make sure that's clean. No insects nesting inside there. And down below, everything looks nice and clean. Tail section looks good. Horizontal stabilizer looks good. Leading edge tip. take a look at our elevator, move it up and down, hinges, bolts, everything's in there. Static wicks look good. And then our vertical stabilizer, same thing, general conditions, static wicks are all there. Bolts and hinges are all intact. Same thing, right side. Check our trim tab too. Make sure everything is secure. Not missing any parts. And then around the tip and the leading edge. Awesome. Antennas up top all look good. And our static port over here on the right side is also clear. So let's drain fuel from each tank. Don't know where the drain the sumps are. I would assume they're in the middle of these usually. Maybe on the tip, so we'll just pretend. We'll use our fuel tester, drain some fuel from this right side. Looks good, it's blue, no contaminants, and we can throw that back in there. Make sure that's closed. Let's go to the other side. Drain some fuel. Look at our tester, it's blue, no contaminants, and we'll toss it back inside our tip tank. I guess you would do that for the front in this airplane, right here. Oil, let's check oil on this side. Oil looks good. Oil this side, oil looks good. And then let me show you guys if it works. Left blocker. Yeah, see, you can throw some small stuff in there. And the right side opens up as well. Oh, I think we've covered everything. Let's do one more last swoop around. Make sure we took off all of our covers and things like that. Fuel caps and everything's all on. Baggage doors are all closed. I think this airplane's ready to go. How's everything looking in stream, guys? Is everything running smooth? I changed a couple settings again, trying to get things to look a little bit better. Let me know if things are running choppy. Skipping frames or things like that. Okay. In the airplane now, let's get this door closed so that you guys can hear me. Close and locked. And we've got our little window open here on the left. So our route, let's go into a little bit more detail here. We're going to be taking off from Kalaeloa, down here, just west of Honolulu, underneath Honolulu's Class Bravo. We're going to depart out to the northeast, out over the highways here, outside of the Class Bravo, and then we're going to cut across to the east, over the city, and over the mountains, out to the east. We've got Kanoe's Class Delta that we want to be aware of. I think we're going to go up to 3,000 for this first leg, so we're going to be up over that Class Delta. We just want to make sure that we do not cross into Honolulu's Class Bravo down below us, or south of us rather. So we're going to cut out here, out over the mountains, out over the water, over Twin Peaks, and then from there we're pretty much going to go straight across to the next island. And we're going to do our first landing here at Kalaupapa. 2,700 feet of runway there. Right pattern for runway 23. Then we're going to depart Kalaupapa out to the south and head over to Lanai. We've got a runway 21 and a runway 3. Runway is 5,000 feet. And then after Lanai, we'll depart out to the east over Aluwalu. And I'm thinking that we're going to go up over the Class Charlie here at Kahului. So we're going to want to go up to at least, let's see, even 5,500 will get us over the Class Charlie, out to the other side over Opana Point. And then we're just going to chase the coast down into Hanna. Hanna's got a runway 826, 3,600 feet of runway. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we've just got to be careful with Honolulu's Class Bravo, be careful with Kahului's Class Charlie. We want to stay outside of that airspace. Unless, of course, we want to talk to approach at either airport. I think that's it. There's no special use airspace, no restricteds, no MOAs, nothing like that. Just these class Deltas, Bravos, and Charlies. Weather looks pretty good, like I mentioned, although some of these stations are reporting marginal. Let's see what Kanoe's showing. Why they're showing marginal. Probably 3,000 foot ceilings. It's usually what you get out here in Hawaii. Still good enough weather though, yeah. 2,700 foot ceilings. We're good VFR all day out here. Weather at Kalaeloa. We've got wind 050, 9 gusting 19. Winds are variable or varying from 030 to 090. 10 statute mile visibility, clear skies 3117, altimeter 3002. Yeah, for the most part we're VFR. Let's see what Carlo Louis reporting over here on the last island. We've got wind 060, 22 gusting 33, so pretty windy out here today. And yeah, 10 statute miles, few clouds, 2,500, scattered at 5, 2917, altimeter 2999. As far as checklists, I'll be using this one that I picked up off the internet. Milviz does have a built-in checklist in the sim. We could use that as well. I like having a separate checklist off screen. I just prefer it that way. It's more realistic, I guess. Some V speeds here for normal and safe operations in the C310. Minimum controllable airspeed 80. See VX85, VY107. Approach speed with 35 degrees of flaps is 93, so we'll use 95 when we're landing. Normal operating range, we can go up to 181 knots indicated in any weather, and then VNE never exceed 223. Best glide between 105 and 110. And then let's start going through our pre-start checklist. Alright, pre-flight inspection is complete. Passenger briefing. It's just myself on board today, but for you guys, if you want to pretend the door to open, you can just pull the handle all the way down and it'll pop open, push out. And that's it. To close it, reverse, just slam it, and then push the lock into the up position. We've got that door on our right. We've got the little baggage door on our seat number 5 back there. Another door that you could sneak out of if there's a problem up here, a fire or anything like that. Fire extinguisher, we've got one down here. To use it, just pull the pin and pull the trigger. Looks like we've got adequate pressure, and that's been checked recently. Seatbelts on during taxi, takeoff, and landing. I prefer you have them on at all times, but if you need to take them off in flight, let me know. I'll let you know if it's safe to do so. No talking during takeoff and landing. And that's it. ELT, if we had to ditch the airplane and I became incapacitated or something, if you want to manually set off the ELT, where is the ELT? I don't even know where it's at. It might be one that's just fully automatic that you cannot push it on your own. Alright, that might be the case. So in this case, let's just say that the ELT is located in the back and it senses impact whenever you crash or something like that, so it should send off a beacon. People should hopefully come find you. I've also filed a VFR flight plan, so if anything happens, somebody's going to come looking for us. I think that's it for PAX briefing, right? Control lock removed, seatbelts, harnesses, brakes. Gear lever is down. Emergency alternator and emergency avionics power both off. That's these two here. They're off and guarded. Avionics master is off. Avionics master is right here. Circuit breakers, we'll check and make sure that all of those are in. And these do and will pop. So you can pull them out. All of them are functional. I see no red, they're all in. Switches, all off. We've got all of our lights off. Did I leave the landing light on? Hopefully I didn't kill my battery. That'd be bad. I did turn off the battery switch though, so no, we should be good. Pumps are off. Just making sure all these switches are off. Boom, 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 boom. Mags. Everything is off. Alright, battery and alternator switches coming on. All internal lights press to test, so everything that can light up, if you push it, they will light up. So these are already lit, so you can already tell that they're working, but this middle one here is not lit. We'll push that, make sure that it lights. We'll just do that for every single bulb that we do not see lit, just to make sure they all work. Lights are all tested. Landing gear is 3 green. Fuel quantities checked. Alright, throttles, we're going to open a 1-inch. Propeller's going to come full forward. And mixture full rich. Our cowl flaps are open. Fuel selectors are both on the main tanks. I can't see it, but they are. Alternate air and anti-collision lights. So our beacon light's coming on, and we're gonna go ahead and start up. So we're gonna start with the left side. I've got this little window open here. Clear prop. Just make sure we're all clear. We're gonna jump down here, and we're gonna go. We're going to hit our prime switch over to the left side, and 2 or 3 seconds afterwards we're going to click and hold on the starter. Once the engine turns over, we'll go 1000 RPMs, check oil pressure, and then we're going to turn on our boost pumps into the low position. Alright, here we go. 1000, 1000, 3. Pump it a little bit. Nothing. Let's try again. Maybe I didn't prime it long enough. Nothing. Alright, let me pull the mixture back. Maybe I flooded it. Oh, never mind. Magnetos. I'm an idiot. Sorry. My fault. Alright, so we're gonna crack again. Yeah, these gotta come on first. Alright, now we should be good, and now I hope I haven't flooded the engine. Clear! Alright, there we go. Throttle to 1000. Oil pressure is in the green. And we're gonna get our left pump into the low position. Listen to those sounds. It sounds so good. Alright, right side. We're clear right. Magnetos. Prime right. 1000, 1000, 3, and go. She goes, she fires. Throttle to 1000. Oil pressure's in the green. Auxiliary pumps to low, and we're gonna lean our mixture out for taxi. Avionics can come on. We'll get our nav light on. We're on 122.8, we're squawking 1200. And we can squawk mode Charlie. Radios look good. Let's do an instrument scan. We're indicating 0 level. We'll need to set our altimeter here at John Rogers Field. No, 3002. And then down here as well. 3002. Altimeter's checked. We're not indicating any turns in the turn coordinator, and our heading matches our compass, indicating 0. Instruments look good. Over here on the right side, everything is in the green. We've got suction. And down here we can check our alternators and just make sure we're charging. Here's the ammeter. We're showing charging on the left alt, charging on the right. Battery, just barely. And I guess this is battery voltage. Let's see, we can also test. So I'm on the left alt, so if I turn off left alt, we should see a drop down here into the negative. And the light comes on, which I did not test that light, so it's a good thing that we spotted that. Let's test the other one, good. We'll get that back on. We can test the right side as well. Right alt, turn it off, discharge, turn it back on, we're charging. Back over to our checklist. Alright, all the start stuff I already did. Oil pressure, alternators check, wing flaps we'll bring up. Avionics is on, radios are set. After start, starting time noted, transponder, we're squawking 1200, and altitude reporting mode, gyro, altimeter, and DG, we just checked all that stuff. ATIS, clearance, and advisory. Let's see what we have for ATC today, if there's anybody on. At the moment, I do show, okay, Honolulu approach is online, so we'll be talking to them since we are in a class Delta out of Kalaeloa. So Honolulu approach will be on 124.8. 248.
Pilot Club
74, roger that.
Taxi, the brake, steering, instruments, cross feed, we'll check all that stuff on our way out.
Change approved to Unicom 122.8, and you can proceed to join the Honolulu freeway to the H1 highway, sir.
Pilot Club 74, roger copy, VFR approved, and yeah, thanks.
Oh, this airplane, I think you're supposed to run the cross feed after takeoff, or after you start, but then you're supposed to take it off before takeoff. Let me see if I can. Thing is, I can't see.
And what was that flight number calling again?
Pilot Club 75 Bravo.
75 Bravo, clearance on request, stand by.
Alright, we're in the left and right main. Where's the crossfeed valve? I'm not even sure. I guess we'll leave it where it's at. I mean, we're not too imbalanced. A couple of gallons.
Here, we just got a big aircraft on final light left for Honolulu.
I'll figure out where that's at another day.
Roger, Pilot Club 36.
Hawaiian 3 fully.
All right, and then our before our run up and before takeoff stuff. I think I'm gonna knock out some of this stuff now, just to make sure we're all clear. We don't blast anybody. So alt, mags, prop.
Departures with me, squawk 3551.
All right, I'm gonna do it all, and then we'll refer back to the checklist. Parking brake set. Mixture full rich. We're gonna throttle up to 1700.
4 Pilot Club 215.
10 Pilot Club 215, read back to script. Are you able to verify your equipment settings?
1700 RPM. We've got a left engine and a right engine needle. We're going to test the magnetos on the left engine first. You're going to see the left one drop as we turn off the mags. Left mag on the left engine. That's a good drop. Back to both. Right mag on the left engine. Good drop, clean, and back to both. Now right engine, left mag. Good drop, clean, and back to both. And right mag, right engine. Good drop. And back to both. We'll cycle our prop. So looking for a drop in RPM first time. Should go down to about 1200. Good. Back up. Second time we'll be looking for a drop in oil pressure, both sides.
Like the rest for Pilot Club 215.
Thank you, sir.
And third time, no oil on the windows.
Pilot Club 36 winds.
Everything's in the green. Cylinder temps, oil press.
050 at 9 got 19.
Suction's in the green.
Runway 4 right clear for takeoff and watch the wind turbulence from that landing.
And we already checked our alternators. We're charging. So we can throttle back to idle and do an idle check.
Aware of the turbulence. Flying runway heading, Pilot Club 36.
Thanks, sir.
Archie idle's nice and smooth. Let's bring her back up to between 800 and 1000.
215 is ready for taxi.
And we'll lean our mix back out for taxi.
Taxi via Charlie, right on Alpha Cross runway 11.
Brakes, mixtures and props, throttles, alternators, mags we checked, props we checked, engine instruments we checked, gyro, alt there. Throttles, friction. Before takeoff, seatbelts are adjusted. Fuel selectors are in main tanks. Fuel quantity sufficient. Props, mixtures and props full forward. We'll bring our mixture in on the runway. Flaps, we'll use no flaps for takeoff. Autopilot, we can test on and off. Trims. Right, here's our takeoff trim.
6 runway 4 right, line up and wait.
4 right, line up and wait.
Somewhere towards the bottom of the white there for takeoff. And we've got elevator, or correction, rudder trim right here. Dots in the center, and we've also got roll aileron trim. Dots also in the center. Trim, pitot heat, prop heat, we don't need. Cowl flaps are open, alt layers off. Attitude indicators checked. Flight controls. So aileron left, that aileron's up and down, other side, up and down. Behind us, our elevator, up and down. Rudder, left and right. Flight controls are free and correct.
Join the parallel Mauna Loa freeway eastbound to Highway 1 and then resume on nav.
Auxiliary pumps are on load, doors are latched, radios are set, approach plate, transponder set,
continue on the
heading OBS, pre-takeoff briefing.
Change. Thanks for
Alright, as far as our takeoff goes, we're going to rotate. I think it's around 85, so let me see where that's marked here. That's 50, 60, 70, 85. 85 we'll start lifting the nose wheel up slightly and we'll be off the ground by 90. So between 85 and 90 we'll rotate. If we lose an engine anywhere below the blue line here, we're just going to push the nose forward, pull the throttles back and land straight ahead. Anything above the blue line, we'll if we lose one of the engines, we'll step on the bad engine with our rudder and then we'll ID that dead engine. We'll pull the prop back and feather it, and we'll continue our climb above the blue line, and then we'll come back here for Kalaeloa. That cover everything? Rotate 8590, yep, blue line. Right around blue line, our slows when we'll bring our no, we're not using any flaps, never mind. Oh yeah, pretty straightforward. Rotate 8590. Once we're above blue line, we're just going to continue in the air. Anything below that, we're going to land straight ahead or stop on the runway. That's it, best climb is 107. We can use 1010. Or 110. Yeah. Is that it? Pre-10 departure procedure.
Club 25. Squawk
on the runway, transponder we've already got on. Pitot heat, don't need. Directional gyro is already set. And just landing light. So landing light and mixtures to go.
3, you said, Pilot Club 25?
3503, yes please sir, and you're clear out of the Honolulu class Bravo airspace. You're going to maintain VFR for us sir, and
looks like they're using a runway.
Just a moment.
Runway 4 left.
Pilot Club 25.
No, 4 right.
And Pilot Club 25, runway 4 right, line up and wait.
4 right, line up and wait, Pilot Club 25.
Do they have an ATIS up? Honolulu ATIS? Okay, so no, we won't use that. Alright, I'm just gonna call them from right here. We could pull up. Yeah, let's pull up. Alright, we're clear left, we're clear right.
Club 6 just confirming a no flight following for you, is that correct?
Taxi light, I'm on the brakes, parking brakes coming off.
Thank you very much sir, and you can proceed the Moanalua Freeway eastbound to Highway 1, then resume on nav. Thanks very much for your traffic today sir, have a great rest of the day.
We'll go ahead and proceed north up to the interchange, and thanks for your help, we appreciate it, Pilot Club 6.
My pleasure, sir.
I don't know yet if I'm going to pick up flight following or not. Right now I think I'm going to go no, and if we feel like we want it later, we can always pick it up. Alright, so we're going to be a VFR departure out to the northeast. That's it. Let's get ready to copy our taxi instructions. This will be Honolulu approach.
25, winds at John Rogers, 050 at 9er, gust 19er. After takeoff, flight runway heading, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, 4 right, Pilot Club 25.
Honolulu approach, good afternoon, November 77 Foxtrot Alpha, Cessna 310 at the GA ramp at Rogers, with the weather, ready to taxi for a VFR departure out to the northeast.
November 77 Foxtrot Alpha, good afternoon sir, runway 4 right to taxi via Charlie, right on Alpha cross runway 11, and you'll be following some company airplanes, so just be cautious of that.
Oh, we'll be looking for them. It's going to be Charlie Alpha, cross runway 11 to runway 4 right, 7 Foxtrot Alpha.
And 7 Foxtrot Alpha, just confirmed there's so many planes, I didn't give you a squawk code yet, is that correct?
You did not, 7 Foxtrot Alpha.
7 Foxtrot Alpha, sorry about that, sir. Cleared onto the Honolulu class Bravo airspace, maintain VFR, departures this frequency, squawk 3571.
Alright, so it looks like we will be, on flight following. Alright, we're cleared in the Bravo, and squawk 3571 departure with you, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha.
7 Foxtrot Alpha, thank you sir, readback is correct.
Alright. So transponder, we'll put in the code that he gave us. 3571. That's in there. Departure is going to be with him. We've been cleared into the class Bravo. And we're going to be taking Charlie Alpha and cross runway 11.
Your own navigation. Thanks very much for stopping by with some traffic today, sir. Have a great rest of the day. Aloha.
So left turn Charlie.
Thanks for coming on. Have a great night. Paco 25.
My pleasure, sir.
There's 1-1, so I've got Charlie, Charlie 2, so are we cleared behind 4 left here? I'll ask him when we get down to the end of Charlie. That's kind of confusing. I'll hold there and ask for clearance. Okay, clear right, clear left.
Pilot Club 569, winds John Rogers, 050 at 9er, gust 19er, up for takeoff, fly runway heading, and runway 4 right, clear for takeoff.
4 right, clear for takeoff, 569er.
Am I the last one up? As usual. I tried to make that as quick as possible. There's so much stuff to cover, especially since it's a new airplane to us. I just want to cover all the basics, and I'm still learning too, so I don't want to miss anything and break my airplane. My new C310. Alright, first right here is going to be Charlie 2.
Pilot Club 1878, runway 4 right, line up and wait.
We're going to continue straight.
4 right, line up and wait, Pilot Club 1878.
I've always liked this airplane. I remember the first time I seen one of these was at I was young. I was a kid plane spotting. I was at Marco Island, and then I went to we went to Marco Island Airport, and there was one of these sitting at the ramp, and I remember seeing the guy hop into it and then do his run up and then go take off, and he saw me there watching, so he did like a low pass. It was pretty cool. Like, he got off the runway, he stayed in ground effect for a long time, and then, like, once he got in front of us, he kind of did a sporty little turn out of the airport right over our heads. It was pretty neat. I'll never forget that.
And Pilot Club 569, flight following for you today, sir.
That's a negative, 569er.
Pilot Club 569, roger that, sir. Then you can proceed north to the Hawaii 1 interchange, then maintain own navigation. Thanks very much for coming by, sir.
So you know what, the flight plan that I filed was all the way to Hanna. We're making a couple stops in between, so I may just end up canceling flight following once we get to our first stop.
For the APC.
My pleasure.
Alright, I'm gonna stop here and ask them, make sure we're cleared to cleared onto Alpha.
Pilot Club 1878, winds at John Rogers, 050 at 9er, gust 19er, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff, fly runway heading.
Okay, fly runway heading, 4 right, clear for takeoff, Pilot Club 1878.
Approach Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha. Are we cleared to join Alpha 4 left?
Twin 77 Foxtrot Alpha, you can make a right turn there on Alpha, sir, and cross runway 11 down to the end.
Right turn Alpha, cross 11 down to the end, 7 Foxtrot Alpha.
Pilot Club 215, runway 4 right.
Alright, clear left.
Line up and wait, 4
clear right.
Pilot, Club 215.
There goes another 310. We get all of our lights on. As we will be joining our runway here, and we're pretty close to the other runway. This is Alpha, right? Alright. We've already knocked out our run-up, so only thing left is mixture. That's it. We got our lights on. Take a look at the windsock there.
Pilot Club 1878, like following.
Close our little window.
Pilot Club 1878, negative.
Pilot Club 1878, you're roger that, sir. You can proceed north to the Hawaii 1 interchange and then maintain home navigation. Thanks very much for stopping by with some traffic today, sir. Have a great rest of the day. Aloha.
Alright, we'll see you we're going out to the interchange, taking to debrief. Pilot Club 1878.
Bye for now.
We have been cleared into the Bravo. We're gonna do what the rest of these guys are doing though, head out, just like we briefed it. But we can climb into the Bravo if we want to.
Pilot Club 215, winds at John Rogers 050-9er, gust 19er, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff, fly runway heading.
Clear for takeoff 4 right, maintain our fly runway heading, Pilot Club 215.
Last
shot to this beauty.
82 Foxtrot, negative, sir. I cannot hear you.
You know, I never knew until recently these things actually had, you could have 6 seats in them.
Bravo, on my 4 right, line up.
I always thought they were 4-seaters.
Runway 4 right, line up wait. Pilot Club 75 Bravo.
Any of you pilots that are on here 682 Foxtrot, by any chance?
75 Bravo.
Approach, do you hear us on our 682?
Yes, no, I hear you now, sir.
Hey, Rohype, what's going on, man? I'll catch up with you guys here in the chat once we're in or out.
I heard that one. Pilot Club 215, requires flight following, sir.
Negative for Pilot Club 215.
Pilot Club 215,
Alright, one
roger that,
last
sir.
quick
Proceed
scan
north
here,
to
just
the
make sure
Hawaii
everything
1
looks good.
And
Lights.
then maintain home navigation. Thanks very much for
make
your
sure to go.
flying with us today, sir, and have a great rest of the day. Aloha.
Proceed to interchange and over to Uticom. Thanks for the service. Have a great night.
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna set 3,000.
Approaching I-534 Heavy with Mike, clearance Los Angeles.
Flight 534, good afternoon, HCF approach, and I don't have a flight plan for a sir, if you could please file that.
040 runway heading.
Hello, approach. Hold it.
Pilot Club 75 Bravo, winds at John Rogers 050 at 9er, gust 19er. After takeoff, fly runway heading, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff.
After takeoff, fly runway heading, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff. Pilot Club 75 Bravo.
Headed 534, have your clearance available now? Advise ready copy.
Ready copy, 9531.
Head 534, cleared to Los Angeles. Be the Molokai 4 departure, clutch transition then is filed. Maintain 5,000, expect 370. 1 minus after departure. Departures is on this frequency, squawk 3512.
Clear to Los Angeles by the Mike Kilo 4 departure. Clutch transition then is filed, climate maintaining 5,000. Expect 370. 10 minutes after. Departure with you, 3513, 534 Heavy.
At 534 Heavy, that was readback was all correct except for the squawk is 3512, please.
You're right, Rohype.
Sorry, squawk 3512, United. 534.
Net 534 Heavy, thank you, sir. Now readback is correct. Push and start your discretion. Expect 8 right for departure. Advise ready taxi.
Welcome to 534.
November 77 Foxtrot Alpha, runway 4 right, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 4 right. 7 Foxtrot Alpha. I gotta stop doing that, man. I was so good with that for a long time, I don't know why I brought it back. Saying on frequency. Clear right. Clear left down the runway. It usually happens when I'm doing something that I'm not familiar with.
Bravo, if you wish, flight follow.
Like flying a new airplane. Alright, 040 and 040.
5 Club 75 Bravo, roger that, sir. This time make a proceed north to the Hawaii 1 interchange and then resume on navigation. Thanks very much for your traffic today, sir. Have a great rest of the evening. Aloha.
North to the interchange, then resume on navigation. Thank you for your help. Pilot Club 75 Bravo.
My pleasure, sir.
Honolulu approach.
Go for HF approach.
Roger, 682 Foxtrot, would like to request our VFR clearance to Hanna Airport as follows.
November 682 Foxtrot, roger that, sir. Cleared out of the Honolulu Class Bravo airspace. Maintain VFR squawk 3505.
Can you repeat squawk for us, please, again?
3505, please.
Alright, cleared to the Hanna Airport via the Honolulu Class Bravo airspace. We'll be maintaining VFR altitudes and we'll be squawking 3505.
November 682 Foxtrot, readback is correct. Advise ready taxi. Expect 4 right for departure.
We're ready for taxi to 4 right.
682 Foxtrot, roger that. Runway 4 right taxi via.
Bravo starts at 1600.
Right across runway 11.
I think he did clear us into the Bravo, but I'm just going to stay at 1000 until we get north of it. It's a short, it's only a few miles, so.
November 77 Foxtrot Alpha, the winds at John Rogers 050 at 9er, gust 19er, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff, report, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, 4 right, 7 Foxtrot Alpha. Alright, mixture, full rich, heels to the floor, here we go. Sounds. Power set, engines green, airspeed's alive. 85, rotate.
Nearby Kalaeloa Airport. Kapolei Class Delta Airspace.
Mash on the brakes.
Nearby Kalaeloa Class Delta Airspace. Nearby Kalaeloa
Pitching for blue
Class
line.
Delta Airspace. Inside it is. Nearby Kalaeloa Airport.
No runway left, gear up.
Delta Airspace.
Oh my god. Sorry about that, guys. My Garmin Pilot app's going nuts.
Kalaeloa Class Delta Airspace. Inside it is. Nearby Kalaeloa Airport. Kapolei Class Delta Airspace. Nearby Kalaeloa Class Delta Airspace. Nearby Kalaeloa Class Delta Airspace.
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Inside it is.
Aloha, HCF approach.
Coming up on 1000, and I'm gonna pull the power back.
Southwest 1342,
2400
approach is clear to
and 2400 on the prop.
Lanai transition then is filed. Maintain 5000, expect 13,000 1 minutes after departure. Departure
Nearby Honolulu Class Bravo Airspace.
Clear to the Kahului Airport via the Kalaeloa 3 Lanai transition, then as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000, 13,000, 10 minutes after departure.
So we've been cleared in the Bravo, but we are VFR, so we got clouds above us as well, so that's another thing.
Southwest 1342.
I'm gonna go up to 1500 for now, because we are gonna have to get over these mountains eventually.
8 right for departure, class 3 tax.
Roger, expect 8 right.
November 77 Foxtrot Alpha.
Pumps can come off. A firm, 7 Foxtrot Alpha.
November 7 Foxtrot Alpha, roger that, sir. Radar contact, passing through 1,500. Maintain VFR now at or above 3,000. Resume on navigation.
Maintain VFR at or above 3,000. Resume on nav, 7 Foxtrot Alpha. Alright, let's go up.
November 682 Foxtrot, ready to go.
Yes, we are.
We are outside of the Bravo now.
The winds is John Rogers, 05089er, gust 19er, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff, runway heading.
We'll take out 04 right.
Nearby restricted
3,000
airspace.
should get us over these, over the mountains in front of us. Of course, the clouds are only a couple hundred feet above. We'll just have to thread the needle, and once we get to the other side, we can descend or ascend as we want. Best climb in this airplane's 110. We can cruise climb. I'm okay here at 130 right now.
November 77 Foxtrot Alpha, traffic's at here 12 o'clock. The company, he's a Cessna 172. Showing at about 5,600 right now. I don't have them under my own contact right now, but that's going to be ahead of you. You could call the traffic site.
Looking for traffic, 7 Foxtrot Alpha, thanks.
Thanks, sir.
Alright, this is kind of tricky. I see a little tiny hole right here. I think that's what I'm going to go for. It said at or above 3,000, so let's go with, looks like 3,000 is going to work. At least until we get to the other side. Alright, 23 manifold, let's go 23 RPM. We can close the cowls. And I got our pumps off already, right?
November 682 Foxtrot, sir, from here resume all navigation and monitor you to come 122.8. Thanks very much for your traffic today, sir. Have a great day.
Thanks for monitoring the column 12.8.
And November 77 Foxtrot Alpha, that traffic is no longer a factor. He's off to your right side, about 7 miles from you now.
7 Foxtrot Alpha, thanks. I guess we could go over this cloud layer if we want to. Alright, let's go up then. Let's go up and get over these clouds, and once we're in the clear, maybe we can drop back down. Prop's gonna come back into 20, between 24 and 25, somewhere in the top of the green arc, and manifold, same thing, 2450. Let's get above this stuff.
November 77 Foxtrot Alpha, contact Honolulu Center now, please, on 126.5.
126.5, 77 Foxtrot Alpha, see ya. 12, why is it not taking it?
United 534, VCF approach is closing, but center is online. He'll take your service from...
Honolulu Center, good afternoon. Twin Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alpha is climbing through 4,800 for 55 VFR.
Number 77 Fox Alpha, HCS Center, Roger. Honolulu altimeter 3,000.
3,000, 7 Foxtrot Alpha. Probably gonna have to go a little bit higher than 55. Oh, watch that speed. Let's do 110. Increase the power. I'll pull the mixture back some for best power as well. pretty close to these clouds. Just don't tell the FAA. 110. Alright, now that I've got some time, let's go back to our checklist. Climb checklist. Brakes, gear up, flaps are up. Bottles 24, prop 24, mixture set. Normal climb between 115 and 130. Auxiliary pumps are off. Landing light will keep on. Cowl flaps are closed. Outside check and radio. We're good. First stop is going to be Hotel Lima uniform. Let's get that in our GPS. Kalaeloa Pampa. Enter, activate CDI to GPS. And let's go, let's set this 7500. And we'll VS it 500 feet per minute the rest of the way. Leveling off here at 75. Let's put our power at 23, propeller to 23. And now we're gonna lean. I'm gonna lean using my exhaust gas temp gauge over here on our right. I'm gonna lean until we see peak and bring it back in a couple millimeters. 50 degrees rich of peak. Between 25 and 50. There's peak. And coming back in.
HSN 9534, heading
there's good.
Short of the one that ran on Honolulu right taxi.
534.
Engine temps and pressures, everything's in the green.
Let's try 534 heading.
Why is this thing not holding nav? Did I not engage nav? Alright, nav. Let's paint the new line. Back over to nav. So nav and alt. Let's see how the temperature's doing in here. Everything's in the green, almost 100%. I'm pretty happy with that. Cabin is cool and getting colder. Does that mean I need to turn things down a little bit? glad you guys are quiet in the chat today because I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything. Looks like we've got a hole here on the other side before we get to the other island, so we can start a nice slow VFR descent on the other side. Check the weather over here. We can check the weather station here at Molokai. Get an idea. Winds are
534 heavy. Do you see me now?
050, 15 gusting 20. 10 statute miles, few at 5,000. 2917 altimeter 3,000. It's already set. Winds out of the east then, so we'll be using runway 5. Winds are
534, you're looking for taxi?
we're straight down the runway. Runway 5, we've got 2,700
heavy,
feet.
runway 8 right, taxi via Alpha Juliet, Zulu Alpha
And we'll be
Juliet,
doing a full stop at each of these airports since I'm not.
8 left via Alpha.
This airplane's new to me.
Zulu Alpha Juliet.
I know a lot of these guys will be doing touch and goes at these en route airports on the way to Hanna. Hanna! Cruise, throttle set, prop set, mixture set, engine gauges checked, cowl flaps are closed, fuel selector. We're staying on the mains. We only have the fuel in the mains and passenger comfort check.
Honolulu Center Pilot Club 1878, about 10 miles to the northwest of Molokai with a transition to northern tip of the Delta eastbound.
Group is requested.
Thank you.
Aloha HCS Center, Southwest 1342, ready to taxi.
Navigraph calling available.
Aloha HCS Center, Southwest 1342, ready to taxi.
Southwest 1342, runway 8 left, taxi via Zulu Alpha, give way to the American tragedy at United 76.
8 left via Zulu Alpha.
Kalaeloa. These are a little bit easier to pronounce than over there in Iceland from our last flight. Kalaeloa. Kalaeloa. Pretty cool, like this little skylight back window up over the back seats. Kind of neat. I'd imagine it gets pretty hot back there though. Have to cover that in the daytime, especially down here in Florida. I'm sure there's some way that you could cover that with something. Night flight, so that would be pretty cool to look up at the stars. We are about 30 miles from Hotel Lima Uniform, Kalaeloa. We'll start our VFR descent. We're about 15 out. closer to 20. Wanted to stay nice and low today, but we had to go up over the mountains back there at Honolulu.
534 heavy crossing my 8 left.
I think the rest of the legs here today will be able to stay low underneath the cloud decks. Oh, we get a nice pretty view of the water in the mountains and things like that. We'll use 2000 until, of course, we get over the class Charlie over at Kahului. Then we'll have to climb up over there. Unless we decide to go around the island instead of up over the Charlie, which is an option. It's a little bit longer. We'll be burning more fuel. We'll see.
ATS Center Southwest 1342, ready for departure 8 left at Alpha.
Cabin is cool and steady. Okay, I guess that's what we want.
Flighting 150, wind 050 at 15, gust 23, runway 8 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, flight, clear for takeoff 8
This thing
left,
here,
flight,
it monitors cabin temperature, as well as you also can, you know, do steep turns or steep climbs and descents, or you also make your passengers unhappy and uncomfortable. So climbing, you know, maybe 1,000 feet per minute, or descending, you know, between 500 and 1,000, any more than that, and your passengers won't be too happy. Alright, the field I think is located right on the tip of this little peninsula. As you can see there. We're going to be outside of the Delta. I'm going to cancel flight following here in a minute. Honolulu Center, November 77 Foxtrot Alpha. We're about 20 northwest of Kalaeloa Papa now. Would like to cancel flight following.
November 77 Fox Alpha, roger. The Molokai altimeter 3000, radar terminated, squawk VFR.
7 Foxtrot Alpha, thanks for your help today. Alright, so we'll go to 122.8. We're going to squawk VFR. And we are 15 out now. Let's start that VFR descent. I'm going to bring our mixtures in some, reduce power, and start working our way down to 1,000. 1,000. We'll VS it down. Let's go 700. A little bit steeper than that. Alright, so how do I do this? Let's set 1000. Now how do I VS from here? Arm it? No? Alright, right now it's holding. I guess like that.
Close off the traffic, Pilot plus 569 are entering left base runway 5er. 569 are below off the traffic.
Alright, we're 14, now we're 11 out. I'm gonna make my first call here at 10 miles. We're gonna fly out north a little bit and then we'll come back in and join the left downwind for runway 5. So we're gonna do something like this. We'll fly out this way and then we'll come in and then join the left downwind for 5.
Close off the traffic, 569 short final, runway 5er. 569 are close off the traffic. For touch and go.
Alright, let's go into heading mode now. We're clear left.
On that traffic, by the field base 3 Bravo to the north, eastbound, just to go runway 1. On that traffic.
Clear up the traffic, 569, clear the runway, resuming VFR departure to the east.
Kalaeloa Papa traffic, Pilot Club 215 departing runway 5.
There are a couple airplanes down there at Kalaeloa Papa. Kalaeloa Papa traffic, Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alpha is about 8 to the northwest, descending through 6,000 for 1,000. We're going to fly a couple miles north of the field and come back and join a left downwind for runway 5, Kalaeloa Papa.
Kalaeloa Papa traffic, Pilot Club 215 is clear of runway 5.
Got the field in sight.
On that traffic, Pilot Club 83, short final, to 1. On that traffic.
Descent checklist, mixture, enrich with descent, throttle set, cowl flaps closed, seats, seatbelts adjusted, approach prepare. And our pre-landing, we can start doing some of this stuff. Fuel selectors are both on the main tanks. Auxiliary pumps will turn to low. Cowl flaps, we're going to open them when we're on downwind or so, once we're getting the gear down. The mixture, we'll bring in full rich later, props full forward, we're going to do all that stuff on downwind. Flaps, gear, landing lights. So we'll run through this checklist one more time, once we're in the pattern. Alright, we've got to get down a little bit quicker than this, I don't want to upset anybody. I'm going to take over. Autopilot's disengage my airplane. I'm just going to kind of do a little circle out here. All of our lights are on.
My traffic positive 25 is 10 miles to the north. gonna be taking up midfield crosswind runway 21.
Alright, 4 miles northeast now. Kalaeloa Papa traffic, twin Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alphas, 3 miles northeast of the field now, descending through 2800 for 1000. We're on the 45 to join a left down for runway 5, Kalaeloa Papa.
Kalaeloa Papa, I'm going to stay 2 Foxtrot currently at 4000. We'll be passing the field in 2 minutes. 46 miles west.
Alright, he's west of the field, out over this way. He's at 4,000, I think he said, so he's above us overflying. I've got him in sight. Alright, mixture full forward, props coming full forward. Continue slowing.
5 Bravo, about 5 miles, mile Papa traffic, 5 Bravo is about 5 miles to the west, we're doing a left base, looking for that traffic.
Kalaeloa Papa traffic, Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alpha, left downwind runway 5 now, about to turn left base for a full stop, Kalaeloa Papa. I'm still super high. That was pretty crappy pattern entry, but to be honest. Bringing that first notch of flaps, approach flaps, and we're below 138, gear can come down. Gears down in 3 green, we're clear left. Kalaeloa Papa traffic, 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left base, runway 5, full stop, Kalaeloa Papa. Now we're getting too low.
Traffic, miles 45, about 4 miles northwest.
Alright, gears down 3 green, everything's full forward, all of our lights are on, pumps are on low, 1 notch of flaps to go. We've got the runway in sight. Kalaeloa Papa traffic, twin Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alpha, on final, runway 5, full stop, Kalaeloa Papa. We'll be approaching around 95 knots.
5 Bravo, joining them.
Alright, fuel selectors, fuel pumps, count flaps, let's open those. Mixture, props, flaps, gear, landing light. 4 landing checklist complete. Last gear check, down in 3 green.
Traffic, 25, turn left downwind, 21, touch and go.
Oh my goodness, that was terrible. Jesus Christ. Alright, keeping the back pressure.
Kalaeloa Papa traffic, pilot 75 Bravo, turning left, final, touch and go, Kalaeloa.
Alright, let me see if I can get off at the end over here. Clear for this guy. Still getting used to this airplane. If you pull back too much power, it starts to sink like a rock. I brought too much power back in and then kind of ballooned. Yeah, it was just all around sloppy. Kalaeloa Papa traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha is clear at the end. We're holding for that landing traffic. Kalaeloa Papa. Alright.
Lock.
It's alright. Not gonna bother. Alright, let's clean her up. Pumps will stay on low. Flaps are coming up. We're gonna keep our mixture back for taxi. We'll reset our trim. Cowls are open. Everything else will stay the same. We're gonna keep all of our lights on. Post landing, pumps are on low, cow flaps open, flaps are up, transponder, and we're all good. For takeoff, selectors, quantity, mixture, props, flaps, autopilot, trim. Alright, we're ready, just mixture to go. Alright, next stop is going to be Lanai, Hotel November Yankee, so we're going to do a right turn out to the south.
Alright, traffic
we'll go up to
about
3,000 to get over the mountains.
North.
And it's going to be a real short, 25-30 miles over to Lanai. Oh, he did a touch and go, awesome. I think I heard one more guy.
Skyhawk 75 Bravo going around. We're going to depart to the...
Alright, it's going around. Kalaeloa Papa traffic, twin Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alpha back taxiing runway 5, Kalaeloa Papa.
Helicopter 6, what's your speed?
128 indicated.
Alright, we've got to do a little bit better than I've been doing. I was super sloppy pattern entry, super high, carrying way too much speed, and then things got real sloppy there in short final. I felt myself starting to sink, doing 95 knots, so I brought in a bunch of power, ended up floating and then dropping, cutting the power again, and then just dropping down on the runway.
5+215.
Not happy with that one at all.
Just creating some separation from us.
Yeah, Roger, I'm going to be slowing down here if you want to overtake me and...
just make sure to go, right?
Feel free, 5+6.
Negative, I'll just do some maneuvers and create some more space. 5+215.
Roger that.
Kalaeloa Papa traffic, twin Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alpha, taking off runway 5, right turn out to the south, and going up to 3,000. Kalaeloa Papa. We're all clear, nobody on final, nobody down the runway. I'm gonna stay on the brakes a little bit for this one, kind of short. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna use 15 degrees flaps for this one. Flaps 15.
Helicopter 215 is going to be number 2 across midfield for...
I think VX in this thing is 85.
Arrival 21.
So right around rotate speed. 85, 90. Alright, mixture full rich. Heels to the floor, here we go. No heels to the floor. On the brakes, sorry. Staying on the brakes. Can barely hold it. Power set, engine's green, here we go. Airspeed's alive, 70, 80, 85. Positive rate, mash on the brakes. Gonna hold this airspeed so we're clear of everything. Gear up. And I'm gonna lower back down, get above that blue line. I gotta find the sweet spots for the trim too. Where is it at right now? At the very bottom of the white. I feel like I'm fighting this thing a lot. Alright, flaps up. And we can set climb power. Top of the green arc on the manifold, top of the green arc on the RPM, on the tack. clear right. I don't think we're going to get up over that, so we'll continue straight out. We'll climb up a bit more before we make that right turn out to the south.
Traffic, pilot code
Pumps can come off.
215 is 2,800 crossing midfield to enter left pattern for 21 touch and go.
Tonight traffic Kodiak 516 is making a left base for 21 touch and go. Tonight.
We are clear right.
When I traffic, pilot code 215, entering left downwind.
When I traffic Kodiak 516, short final, 21 touch and go. Tonight.
Climb, brakes, gear, flaps are up. 24-24 mixture, we're good for now. Normal climb. Aux pumps are off. Landing lights will stay on. Keep our cowls open. Outside check and radio. Climb checklist complete.
Traffic, pilot code 215, entering left base for 21.
So Molokai is right down here. We're going to stay outside of their class Delta. As you can see here on the 750, it's this orange line. We're well outside of it. We're going to cross over right here at 3,000. Yeah, 3,500.
Light traffic, Kodiak 516, making left cross for departure. 19.
What's up, Red Box? Sorry I'm not paying too much attention to the chat today.
215, entering left upwind.
Billy, I've got my hands full with this new airplane. Damn, I love the sounds this plane says, Red Box. Yes, man, I agree, 1,000%. They nailed it with the sounds. Have you picked this one up yet, Redbox? It's definitely a winner. If you like flying GA. Couple bumps here over the mountains. We'll level off at 35. We'll set our power to 23 inches and 23 hundo on the tack. I'm gonna keep the cowls open. It's a short hop over here to the Lanai. I am gonna lean the mix out a little bit. All right, there's peak. Back in some. Alright. Lanai, Hotel November Yankee.
Lanai traffic, Pilot Club 215, clear of runway 21, departing to the Lanai traffic.
Hotel November Yankee. Lanai, enter, and activate. We're We're 20 miles out. Make my first call at 10. Got a couple guys out here in front of us and above us on ADSB. We'll keep a lookout for them. Run direct Lanai. And we are going to have to probably scoot around the island a little bit. We're just going to chase the coast at 3,500. We'll cross over somewhere where my cursor is here, and then we'll just follow the coast into the airport. Looks like the weather station's down there in Lanai. Winds have been out of the east so far today. East-northeast. But where me, I'd go runway 3. We'll see what these other guys do. Yeah, 35, I think we can go straight over. Or go direct the airport then.
Traffic Kodiak 516 as far as area let's call 9.
Desire track 157, that looks about right. And we've got to go to nav mode. Alright, we're about 15 to the north now. Runway is 5,000 feet long, left-hand traffic for both runways.
Line 9 traffic, Title Plus 569, short final runway 21, flight straight in.
Oh, that's cute.
Touch and go, departure to the east, 569.
Alright, he's landing 2-1, but he's going to do a touch and go and then depart to the east. I'm going to join a left downwind for 3. We're going to land runway 3 and we're going to do a full stop. Redbox, I have been flying it a lot. Awesome, yeah. It's awesome, man. I think I'm going to be flying this on stream for a while now. Until I pick up the PMDG in a few months, probably. Or a month or two. GA is my jam. I'm not jerking it to the PMDG this week. Yep, me neither, Redbox. I'm waiting a little bit for the PMDG. Honker, what's going on, man? Great place to fly. I recently went to Oahu on vacation. That place was awesome. Sweet, Honker. Glad you enjoyed it, man. I've never been out to Hawaii myself in real life yet. I'd like to go, definitely. Good to see you, Honker. You as well, Redbox. Alright, we are 8 now out. This thing is quicker than what I'm used to flying GA. Lanai traffic, Twin Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alpha is 8 miles north of the field at 3,500. We're going to be joining a left downwind for runway 3 for a full stop Lanai. Alright, let me start slowing early here, because last time we came in hot and fast. Let's get this thing slowed down, see if we can do a little bit of a better job entering the pattern here at Lanai. I've got the field in sight already. Mixture's coming in, power's coming out. Pumps are gonna go to low. We've got all of our lights on. Cowls are open. I'm gonna take over. Autopilot is disengaged. My airplane. Let's see, better pattern entry this time and a better landing. Fuel elevation here at Lanai is 1308. Let's call it 13, so we're gonna go down to 1400 for pattern altitude.
Lanai traffic, pilot class 560.
Top of the white arc, flaps approach.
To the east, climbing and maintain 1500, 569er.
Lanai traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha is 4 miles north of the field now on the 45 to join a left down runway 3. Full stop. We have that traffic on crosswind in sight. So it was 1300, so what did I say for pattern altitude? It should be 2300, I'm not sure what I uttered. I'm always saying the wrong stuff. 2300 is where we're going to be leveling. A couple hundred more feet to go. We're below 138, gears coming down. It's also going to help us slow a bit. Here's 3 green. Looking for any other traffic in the pattern. I don't see anybody. Mixture full rich. Comms coming in full forward. There's 23. Alright, gumps, gas, undercarriage, mix, prop, seatbelt switches, flaps. We've got one more notch to go. Lanai traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha is left downwind runway 3, full stop Lanai. Be pretty much a downwind to final turn. It's gonna be pretty tight. Where'd the field go? There it is. Okay, we're clear left. Lanai traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, left base, runway 3, full stop, Lanai. Continue with the final. Our final approach path is clear. Lanai traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning final, runway 3, full stop, Lanai. Alright, we're low. Let's level off, bring in some power. Arrest that descent until we get back on the proper glide path. Good, power's coming back out. Bringing the rest of those flaps. And one last gear check, we're down in 3 green. Alright, let's see, where's my trim at right now? Way down there, okay. Gotta find those sweet spots so I'm not fighting the airplane. 95 knots on the speed is what I'm gonna use. You gotta be very precise with the power on this thing. See, I'm just starting to drop like a rock now as soon as I pull the power out. It's kind of tricky. Alright, power slowly coming out. Slowly. Alright, much better than the first one. I'll take it. Still not as smooth as I wish for, but it was a nice landing nonetheless. We're just gonna back taxi it, I think. Yeah, there's somebody about to join the pattern now. Let's exit on our left up here. Bring the mixture out. And the rest we'll take care of off the runway. Much happier with what we did there in the pattern and on landing than back over there at Kalaeloa. That was ugly back there. The winds are favoring runway 3, so we made the right choice.
569er elevating up to 10,000.
I'm gonna pull off to the side. Oh, we set up for our next leg.
For final leg. 569er.
Lanai traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha is clear of runway 3, Lanai. Alright, throttle's back to about 800 RPM or so. We've got our mixture leaned. Pumps will stay on low. Let's reset our trim. I'm gonna try right at the bottom of the TO there. Right on the bottom of the white. Let's try that for takeoff. See if I can get a little bit smoother. Cowls are open. All of our lights are still on. So just make sure to go. Next stop. We're gonna head over to, I guess this is the last leg, over to Hanna. We'll probably do some more flying afterwards. It's still pretty early. I didn't think this was gonna happen all this fast. We'll go do a full stop over there at Hanna, and then we'll depart out, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll go to Kahului, or we can go down here. Anybody in the chat familiar with Hawaii? Why is the ADAS line here around these 3 or 4 big islands, and they kind of cut this one out? Am I allowed across that ADAS without talking to anybody to get over here to this island? We found that kind of confusing, why they cut off this one big island down to the southeast. See if it ever loads. I think we've done a couple of events where we've crossed the ADAS without any special flight plan or anything like that. There was never an issue, but I still would like to know about the Hawaii ADAS and what the procedures are from hopping to this island to this one over here. I've done some light Google searching. I couldn't come up with anything in a couple of minutes. Alright, so we're going to depart out to the east then. We're going to take runway 3. It'll be a right turn out to the east. We're going to go up to 5,500 over the class Charlie. Up here over to Apana Point, and then we're going to chase the coast down into Hanna. Hotel November. Alright, we're all set. Let's go. We're clear left, clear right. Hey Hawker, appreciate it, man. Awesome landing. Yep, that was probably one of my better ones so far in the 310. I've done 2 flights off stream just to test things before coming on stream, and that landing, this last landing, was probably top 2, maybe top 3. All of my landings so far, maybe around 10 landings. Alright, clear left, clear right. Yeah, this thing on short final, you gotta make really small throttle inputs to manage your speed. If you move that throttle lever down an inch or up an inch, it makes a huge difference in what the airplane does. So you gotta really finesse it all the way down to the ground. It's harder than what I'm used to. Lanai traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha back taxiing runway 3 Lanai. I'm referring to the 8 row hype. Yeah, if you look at the VFR sectional for Hawaii, it's got like all of the islands in Hawaii are in the 8s, but then they've like left one island outside of the 8s. Like, what do we do if we want to fly VFR to that other island? Is it the same thing as if you were to cross the 8s here in Florida going into the Bahamas? Do you have to file a DVFR flight plan? Do you got to be talking to somebody and checking in certain points, stuff like that? I've done a few Miami to Bahamas flights in the sim with a DVFR flight plan and talking to all the people, but I don't know if it's the same here. Hawaii, I still just don't know why they cut off the one island down there. Alright, runway 3. Lanai traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, taking off runway 3, right turn out to the east, going up to 5500 Lanai. Alright, mixture full rich. Alright, here we go, heels to the floor, full power. Power set, engine's green, airspeed's alive. It's 80, 85.
Inside it is.
Positive rate, mash on the brakes. No runway remaining, gear up. Alright, why is the horn going off? That's interesting. I'm gonna let it play out. I want to see if it has something to do with my speed once we get above the blue line here. That's kind of weird. My flaps are up. My flaps are not up. Jesus Christ. So we took off with full flaps there. Damn it, man. Alright, we're clear out right. I get upset at myself when I make mistakes, man. That's why you use your checklist. Before takeoff checklist. Alright, set climb power. Wow, how did I miss the flaps, man, on my flows? Alright, 25, 25, or 24, 25. Climb out of here at 115, 120. Oh, man. I left my flappies down. Alright, let's turn the pumps off. Lights will stay on. Let's put it 55. We'll climb 800 feet per minute, VS it up. Let's sync our heading. And we'll go into heading mode. check out the other island in sight. We're just gonna head straight that way. We're clear left. Yeah, we're clear right. Climb check, brakes, gears up, flaps are up. Throttle set, prop set, mixture. We'll pull out a little bit for best power. Normal climb, aux pumps are off, lights we're gonna keep on, cowl flaps will keep open. 1,000 to go, we're gonna level off at 5,500. You know what? I think we're gonna stay low and go the long way since we've got clouds. I don't feel like climbing all that way. Let's go down to 35 and then we're just gonna chase the coast around this way instead of going over the Class Charlie. We're gonna go around the island. I don't feel like doing all that climb up, drop back down stuff. So 3,500 is set. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right either. VS it at 700. Power 23 and 23. And now I'm going to lean the mixture. Well, I'm not going to lean just yet. Let's wait till we get to 35. I am going to close the cowls. Cruise, throttles, props, mixtures, engine gauges, cowl flaps, fuel selector. 1,000 to go, leveling 35. So we're gonna do this instead. That's the new plan. We'll do it at 3,500, we should be alright. Alright, Rohype, you have to be in contact with the controller in the space in the event they need to evacuate you. Alright, good to know. The island's big. The island is the big island and it has a continuously active volcano, so they want to know where you are in the event of other aircraft to evacuate the area. Oh, it's good to know, Rohype. Yes, good information, man. Thank you. Don, flaps, you forgot checklist? Oh, man. I think flaps were okay. We were still in flap range. I think max flaps for landing flaps in this airplane is 138. I think we were somewhere like in the 120, 125 range. So they should still be intact. So thanks for that, Don. I've got to remember to check. I should use the chat as like my checklist, my primary checklist, and then... Alright, we are clear right. 22 because I miss these things. And then I don't check the chat, and then when I go back and watch the stream later, I see it. Every single person in the chat was screaming at me the entire time. My poor 310, man. Brand new to me and already beating the hell out of her. Alright, 23. 23, let's lean out. My poor baby. And I am like trying to take better care of this thing than I would the other planes in the sim that don't simulate wear and tear and stuff like that, like this airplane does. So normally when I fly like the Cirrus, for example, once I'm in cruise and I glance over, everything's in the green, I have that peace of mind in the back of my mind that everything's good. I know nothing's gonna fail. This airplane, anything can fail and will eventually over time. So I'm like paying a lot more attention to things, more than I normally would in the sim, just horsing around with you guys. So I like that extra added element. Keeping an eye on those engine gauges, making sure nothing is not looking how it's supposed to. And also treating the airplane better, you know, not jamming the throttle in, pulling it out. Nice smooth throttle inputs. And leaving the flaps full down during takeoff. You do have enough fuel, right? You don't want to run out? Yeah, and this airplane does simulate. It leaves everything how you left it. So however much fuel that we burn on this flight or the last flight, the next time that we load into the airplane, it will just have that amount of fuel. So you have to refuel it, you know, according to whatever you have planned going on that day. The fuel page. This is all stuff I mentioned in the briefing earlier. I know some of you weren't here to see it, but the airplane gets dirty over time. You can clean it. You can change the rate of change of how quickly it gets dirty. Fuel, like I just mentioned, is going to stay wherever you left it at, so you've always got to make sure that you're adding enough fuel to complete your mission. You've got different avionics setups. I've got it set with the PMS GTN 750 and 650. With the standard 6-pack over here on the left, but if you want, you can go with the Garmin G5s here, the TDS 750, or you can go with the Asobo GNS 530 and 430, or you can go with just the 6-pack, your radio and transponder on this standard one. Selecting the owned option here means that every time I leave the airplane, however I leave it, wherever the switches are left is where the switches will be once I get back in the airplane. If you select the rental option, every time you get in the airplane, some of the switches could be off or on, depending on the last person who used it. So a pretty cool added feature that they added there. Individualization, each tail number that you use for the airplane will add a whole other different aircraft for the airplane, so every time we load 77 Foxtrot Alpha, all the stuff should be left how we left it, but if we fly a different tail number, a different airplane, it'll be different settings for that particular airplane. Simulated engine realism, systems realisms, and wear and tear, and we do have failures, and you can set it to how often they go off. I have it set it to rarely, which is like the realist setting. Occasional might have a, you know, one failure every flight or every other flight or so, and then frequently you might have multiple failures every single flight. And of course, no failures. Status you can't check in the air, but you can do an inspection on the engine, and it'll show you everything that's wrong or everything that's wearing. There's like little meters that would go from green to red, show you how worn each part is, and then you can also choose to overhaul the engine, which will fix all those broken things. Or you can repair each individual item one at a time. Because realistically, you're not going to overhaul or do a full inspection every time something breaks. You're just going to get that one part inspected and fixed. And then the configuration page, you've got all of your doors, cargo doors, and then you've got all your covers, pitot covers, wheel chocks, control lock, And then you can add passengers and freight over here on the right side. Then there's a passenger comfort index. Again, green is good, red is bad. Tells you here the condition of the cabin. The cabin is cool and steady, which everybody likes. If it gets too hot, this might start going down. If it gets too cold, it might start going down. If you do your turns too steep or over 30 degrees of bank, or if you climb it or descend at more than 1,000 feet per minute, your passengers will also get upset. Fuel, let me verify for Don, make sure we have enough fuel to get to Hanna. We have plenty.
215, short final, runway 08, full stop.
Everything's in the green. Don says, looks like a nice airplane. It is, man. Definitely, it's a winner. I don't know if it's ever going to come to Xbox or not, but if it does, you should definitely pick it up. Do you have flotation devices on board? I don't think we do, bro hype.
Hanna traffic, Pilot Club 83, 5 miles to the south, 1,500.
Don, that's cool. Who's the dev? Looks like they raised the bar for add-on planes. Yes, they definitely did, Don T. I hope everybody else follows suit. The company's name, Milviz. M-I-L-V-I-Z. They've been around for a long time doing add-ons for the other sims.
And traffic 5 plus 215, clear that.
Milviz is the name of them. What was the longest stretch over water in our plan? I didn't load any flotation devices. I figured we would be over the water too long. We've already done our longest leg over water, which was about 25 miles island to island. And we got 2 engines, so. Real life though, I probably would have loaded flotation devices anyways. Today for this flight I did not though. Row hype, sorry. We're clear left. That's something I honestly just didn't even think about before the flight today. Just did not slip to my mind.
Hanna traffic, Pilot Club 83, overflight the field, 1,500, will be joining the 45, left downwind, runway 8.
Alright, some traffic there at Hanna that we hear in the radios. Check the weather here at Kalaeloa. Winds are out of the east, 21 gusting 30s, windy. We can expect the same over here in the east end of the island at Hanna. And we can expect runway 8. So what we'll do is we'll overfly. See, field elevation is 78 feet. Let's call it 100. So 1100 pattern altitude. We'll overfly at 2000. And then we'll do a right teardrop into a left down for runway 8. We're gonna overfly 2000, right teardrop into a left downwind for runway 8.
Hanna traffic, Pilot number 83 on 45, left downwind, runway 8.
Sounds in this airplane are really good too, Don. Can't hear too much here airborne with the radios and stuff, but sounds are really good.
Hanna traffic, Pilot Club 83, left downwind.
Yep, bro hype. Yes. Required if you're more than 50 from land. Still a good idea though if you're over water to bring them anyways. Suppose you have passengers that are scared of water, can't swim, etc. We're alone today though, so we're alright. 2 engines.
Hanna Hanna traffic pilot club 8, we will extend our known way the following company traffic. Hanna.
We're 20 miles out if we fly a straight line. We're gonna make our first call. We're about 10 miles south of the field. We're on the right frequency. Glance over here, everything's in the green. So this is the this is for the left engine. This is for the right engine. Oil pressure's up top in the green. We've got oil temp on the bottom right. We've got cylinder head temps over here on the left. We've got our manifold pressure gauge for power and our tachometer, our RPM gauge for our prop settings. We've got our fuel gauge here left and right. You can switch it to main, or you can check the fuel in the auxiliary tanks, which we don't have anything loaded in there now. We're just feeding off the main tanks, which are the tip tanks in this airplane, which is different from other airplanes. Main tanks are on the wingtips, auxiliaries are in the wing. We've got fuel gauge here, we've got our exhaust gas temp gauge, we've got our vacuum gauge over here, suctions in the green, and then we've got a fuel flow gauge down here. Backup altimeter, outside air temp, and a clock. Hobs down here, we've got 4.3 in this airplane so far. Ammeters down here, where you can cycle through. Battery volts, battery voltage, right alt, left alt. And then you got some more engine gauges over here. Haven't really looked at these too much yet.
Traffic,
14 miles out now.
Full stop, runway 8, Hanna traffic.
Yeah, the wingtip tanks are cool done. I love the way they look too, man. It's like you've got missiles, carrying some missiles. No, they're so sleek looking though.
Traffic 569er, short final, runway 08, coming in right behind you, 83.
Set check, make sure. We're going to keep where it's at for now. Throttles, cowl flaps are closed. Seat belts and approach prepare. We already discussed what we're going to do for this approach. We're going to overfly 2000, right teardrop left down to runway 8 for a full stop. Pre-landing, fuel selectors on the main tanks. On both. Can't really see them, I can't lean far enough forward, but we're on the main tank on the right and we're on the main tank on the left. Auxiliary fuel pumps are going to go to low. Cowl flaps, we'll get those open when we're joining the downwind or so. Make sure in props we'll do that then as well. Wing, flaps, gear, landing light. We've got all of our lights on.
Hanna traffic 569, clear the runway.
Alright, we're 10 out now. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alpha is 10 south of the field, 3500. We're going to be overflying from south to north at 2000, making a right teardrop into a left downwind for runway 8. Hanna. I'm going to take over from here. Autopilot's disengaged my airplane. Let's start working our way down to 2000. Let's bring our mixture in some. And reduce power.
Yeah, traffic on 52 Foxtrot is on base runway 08.
Field should be right here somewhere. I don't really see it yet, but it should be there.
Air traffic number 62 Foxtrot is on a 2-mile false right 08.
I think it was a little further up than what I said. I think it's over here somewhere. Looks like it's tucked behind the trees there. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha's 5 south of the field now, descending through 2800 for 2000. Gonna be overflying to the north, Hanna, at 2000.
Yeah, traffic number 62 Foxtrot, go around.
Alright, we got a guy going around. I can see him here. Alright, so the field's gotta be, yeah, somewhere down here, tucked behind the trees. Is he making a right turn? Let's keep an eye on him. Alright, we're at the top of the white arc. I'm gonna bring in flaps approach.
Yeah, traffic number 62 Foxtrot on the left base runway 08.
Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha is overflying the field now at 2000, and we've got the traffic on base in sight. Coming up on 2000.
Number 62 Foxtrot on final for 08.
Alright, we're just going to continue down now to 1100 for pattern altitude.
682 Foxtrot is going to measure all around Hanna traffic.
Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, 2 miles north of the field, descending through 1500 for 1100. We're going to be doing a right teardrop into a left downwind for runway 8. Full stop, Hanna.
November 77 traffic, you might even go first.
Go ahead, 7 Foxtrot Alpha.
Ready, thanks.
He's got time. I was going to let him go.
62 Foxtrot on the left base for runway 08 again. Third try.
Yeah, he's already turning base, so he's good. Alright, coming up on 1100.
0508, hand trap November 682, function.
Okay, field is right here, I think. Should have swung that out a little bit wider, but we're okay. Okay, below 138, gears coming down. Mix full forward, prop full forward. Cowls are coming open. Not get too low. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha on the 45 to join a left downwind for runway 8, full stop, Hanna.
Aircraft is 52 Foxtrot, clear roll with Hanna traffic.
Alright, he's down and off. I don't see any other airplanes in the pattern. I'm gonna continue this turn into our downwind. I don't want to keep it, make it too tight. And the C110. Hanna traffic, 7 Foxtrot Alpha, left midfield downwind, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Gumps, gas, undercarriage, mixed prop, seatbelt switches, flaps to go. We're clear left. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left base, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Final approach path is clear. Rest of those flaps are coming in. And the one last gear check. Aiming for 95 knots. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, short final runway 8, full stop, Hanna. 95. Make sure we clear the trees. Oh, I'm fighting her. I gotta find that sweet spot. I'm going around. I don't like it. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha going around. Here. We get a little bit more speed before I bring that first notch of flaps up. I'm gonna keep the one notch, we'll keep it at 15 or 10, whatever it is. Clear left. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left crosswind, runway 8, Hanna. Clear left. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left downwind, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Yeah, I was fighting her, man. I gotta find that sweet spot for the trim and the power, man. It just didn't feel right. I was all over the place, up and down. Short runway with the trees in front of it too. You gotta Things have got to be right. Alright, let's bring the gear back down. We're below 138, 120, 130, yeah, below 138. Gumps, gas, undercarriage, down in 3 green, mix, prop, seatbelts, switches, 1 notch of flaps to go. To your left. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left base, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Final is clear. Gumps, gas, undercarriage, down in 3 green, mix, prop, seatbelt switches, flaps to go. We'll start a nice shallow bank to final. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning final, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Rest of those flaps. And last gear check, down in 3 green. I'm gonna roll the trim all the way down. Between the takeoff and the nose up markers, somewhere in the middle there, let me try that. Speed, get that nose down. When I was going to round out and flare, I'm there fighting the nose, trying to pull back on the yoke. We're high, but we're okay. We're gonna clear those trees. Gear down in 3 green. I know it's like my 10th gear check, but better safe than sorry. Round out, fighting her again. I'm gonna continue with this one, keeping the power where it's at. Alright. Huge balloon, but we're down. Again, I was fighting it. Going to round out, I was pulling back slowly in the yoke and the nose just wanted to drop. Keeping the back pressure. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, back taxiing runway 8 to the ramp, Hanna. Alright, mixture. Lean for taxi, and the rest we'll do on the ramp. Hanna traffic. 7 Foxtrot Alpha, clear of the runway, Hanna. Alright, let's clean her up. Mixture's already leaned, let's reset our trim. Set to the bottom of the white. Cowls are closed. Pumps can come. I don't know, pumps can stay on. We might do some more flying now. I'm gonna think about it here for a second. Let's get these lights off. Set our parking brake. Alright, catch up here. Oh man. Dante, it's unique, not many airplanes have them. The wingtip tanks. Fuel in sight says Row Hype. What's going on, Adam? Good to see you, man. Landed here before, says Don. Pretty airport? Yes, man. We've done some Hawaii flying on stream before. Hanna's a nice, pretty little spot. Oh, we didn't bring our flaps up. Same thing as last time. What's going on, Dub? Dub Aviator. Good to see you, man. Don came in over the water. It was a fun approach. Love the twin props sound, says Dub. Dub, have you picked up the Milviz 310 yet? Sounds are awesome, man. Plane in general is awesome. Tailwind looking at the sock. Was that here? Yep, I see it too. Dub. Landed with the tailwind, that's right. For what it's worth, twins typically have a very short round out and straight into flare. Yeah, I've noticed that too, Row Hype. I'll have to adjust the way I do things for the 310. Don, are you supposed to land into the wind? Yes, you should. What we should have done when we overflew at 2000 was looked at the windsock from the air. This place looks like a one way in, one way out type of place. I don't think it's that bad. How long's the runway here? We've got 3,600 feet of runway, so it depends what you're flying, but you should have enough to get over the trees over there. Not much for terrain, just really tall trees on that side, and then this side, and you've got the water. That windsock. The other sock shows a headwind? Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Holy shit. That is funny as hell. Could be what it is. Interesting. I wonder, this airport scenery they have for Hanna is freeware scenery off FlightSim.to. I wonder if one of these socks is not supposed to be here. Maybe not. They typically have one at the end of each runway. So I don't know. I don't know about that. Good eye though, Dub. I wouldn't have noticed. Sea breeze down this end, says Dub. Yeah. I guess that's what it is. Alright, what time is it? Alright, let's do some pattern work. I want to do a couple more landings and see if I can get my landings a little bit better here in the 310 before we sign off. We'll do 2 or 3 full stop and taxi backs, and then we'll call it a night. Come on. Go. Alright, lights. I'm just going to get them all on now. Pumps are on low. Trim is set. Cowls are open. Mixture we're going to bring in on the runway. Our flaps are up. Flaps are up. Flaps are up. And yeah, let's go. Let's get some practice. On the brakes, parking brake release. And we're all clear. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alpha, gonna be back taxiing runway 8, Hanna traffic. Clear right, clear left. Flight controls feel good. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 77 Foxtrot Alpha taking off runway 8, left closed traffic, Hanna. Alright, mixture full rich. Wheels to the floor, here we go. Power set, 2 good engines, airspeed's alive, 80, 85, rotate. Positive rate, mash on the brakes. No runway remaining. Gear up. .500 climb power. And we're clear left. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left crosswind, runway 8, Hanna. We're going to use 1100 for pattern altitude to go wings level for just a moment. We're clear left. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left downwind, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. monster pattern in the 310. I don't know, I can't really keep it any tighter. We're gonna be yanking and banking. I think we can't see a good piece of the runway too. There's still another at least third of the runway there tucked behind the tree, so it looks like we're so far out. Should have probably just kept the gear down and flaps 15. It's alright, let's bring it back down. Down in 3 green. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left base, runway 8, full stop Hanna. Alright, everything's coming full forward. Cowls are open, pumps are on. Flaps 15. Final is clear. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning final, runway 8, full stop Hanna. Alright, gas, undercarriage down in 3 green, mix prop, seatbelt switches, flaps to go. Flaps are coming in. Aiming for 95 on the speed. Alright, I'm just going to try to dial in our power and pitch to keep our airspeed in place and just keep the same vertical speed or descent path and kind of just fly it all the way down to the runway. .95 speed looks good, power feels good where it's at right now. Last gear check, we're down in 3 green. All the way down. Couple turns on the trim, nose up. Now the power is going to come out slowly. Not happy with it, but still better, I guess. Keeping the back pressure. Like Row Hype mentioned that you don't really round out in the heavier twins. That's kind of what I tried to do there and definitely felt a lot better. Hanna traffic, twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, back taxiing runway 8, Hanna. Alright, flaps up, reset our trim. We try the bottom of the white. Yeah, I think I was pulling the power back way too early. That's why I was fighting the airplane 50 feet above the ground. It's better just to maintain that 85 or 95 all the way down. So you're a few feet up and then ever so slowly pull the power back. Hanna traffic, Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha taking off runway 8, left closed traffic, Hanna. Alright, flaps are up, trim is set, cowls are open, pumps are on, mixture, full rich, heels to the floor. Power set, 2 good engines, airspeed's alive, 80, 85, rotate. Positive rate, mash on the brakes, no runner remaining, you're up. Oh, I should have kept it down, damn it. We were doing pattern work, man. Just leave it down. I'm gonna keep flaps, well, we don't have any flaps, do we? Alright, never mind. Clear left. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, left crosswind, runway 8, Hanna. Keep it a little bit slower and a little bit tighter this time. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left downwind, runway 8, Hanna. Bringing that first notch, or flaps approach. I think it's got a 15 and a 35. Yeah, 15 and 35. Gear down. Gumps, gas, undercarriage, mix, prop, seatbelt switches. One more notch of flaps to go. Clear left. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, left base, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Looking for airplanes on final. I don't see anybody. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning final, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Rest of those flaps. Gumps, gas, undercarriage, mix, prop, seatbelt switches, flaps. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha on final, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Where are we at power here? About 19 inches. Between 19 and 20. Where's my trim? Somewhere in the middle of the markings there. Alright, I'm gonna keep that and see how that feels. Yeah, 19.5, 20 inches of manifold pressure feels pretty good, keeping us stable there. 95. They're getting better. Still feels off though. I still feel like I'm fighting the airplane or a few feet above the ground. Let's do one more. Maybe two. We've got to get like one really good one in before we log out. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, back taxiing runway 8, Hanna. Got the field all to myself. This is nice. Alright, flaps up. Stuff you should do at the end, but I'm going to do it now because I know I'm going to forget. Flaps up, trim, reset. So, cowls, mixture, flaps, trim, pumps, and lights, make sure to go. Trim seems sluggish, says Row Hype. I think I agree with you there, man. I can't believe I'm putting in so much up elevator trim too, and I still feel like I'm fighting the thing. And even when I spin the wheel too, you can notice how it jumps around. I'm using my electric trim on my yoke, so I'm trimming down now. Kind of like flickers here. Watch, I'll show you what I mean. Like it skips a few points. Now it's not going to do it, right? If I let go. Yeah, it was doing something funky. Like I would let go of the button and it would like skip over and keep moving on its own. A little bit jittery. I wonder if that's a simism or if there's something actually wrong with the trim wheel. Doesn't seem too bad now, of course, when I try to show it off. Negative 212, that would destroy the undercarriage. Alright, let's go. Make sure to go. Trim, I kind of like it there at the bottom of the white for takeoff. So this is the takeoff range, setting it right here near the bottom has been feeling good. We're all clear. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, taking off runway 8, left closed traffic, Hanna. Sure, full rich, heels to the floor. power set. Engine's green. Airspeed's alive. 80, 85.
Inside a DIS.
Positive rate, mash on the brakes. We'll keep our gear down this time, and we're gonna keep flaps. Well, we don't have any flaps, never mind. But we're gonna keep the gear down. Blue line. Yeah, I think it's something with the trim. 500, clear left. Feet to go, wings low for a moment, we're clear left. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left downwind, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Alright, 138 is max gear speed and flaps 35 speed. We are in the white arc, we can bring in that first notch, flaps 15. Good. Where are we at in the power? 24 inches. 120 knots. This feels nice on downwind. Gears down. We've got 15 degrees of flaps. Everything's full forward. 24 inches, keeping us pegged there at 120, maintaining altitude. Clear left. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning left base, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Climbing, nose down. Alright, gas, undercarriage, mix, prop, seatbelt, switches, one more notch of flaps to go. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha, turning final, runway 8, full stop, Hanna. Alright, we gotta maintain center line and we gotta touch down sub 100 feet per minute, so anything under negative 100. That's my goal for right now. And I want to be fighting the airplane too, I want things to feel smoother. Doesn't it feel right? We might do some more. Alright, we were using what? Between 19 and 20 inches last time. Rest of those flaps. Pumps, gas, undercarriage, mix, prop, seatbelt, switches, flaps. 20 inches. Wait, let's do 19.5 inches. Go 19. 19 keeps us right there. 95 knots, descending, I don't know, 800 feet per minute. Which feels pretty good. Alright, I think over the numbers, I'm going to try to bring it back just a little bit. Maybe 18, 17. Just a little bit. 17 or 18. Now fly it all the way down. Not gonna touch anything else. I'm still fighting it. I'll never be happy. Keeping the back pressure. So at the 310, do you think you land that flat? I feel so awkward landing that flat. I feel like I'm gonna break my nose gear. I really want to get that nose up higher and then have it slowly fall to the ground. I can't find that sweet spot. Oh, we just lost the left engine. Well, better now than in the air. Holy crap. Alright, let's taxi in. We'll figure that out. And both. It's gotta be fuel. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now we gotta call somebody to come tow us. Alright, flaps up. Let's reset everything. Let's see if we can start her back up and get her taxied into the ramp. Let's go off on the pumps. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha is on runway 8, Hanna. Alright, mixture full rich. Throttle open an inch. Fuel tanks and everything, cowls are open. Still, we're still indicating like 50. Oh, okay, 10 gallons each side. Still, man, I feel like that's, I don't know. Alright, let's try. Throttle to 1,000, oil pressure. The right side. $1,000 oil pressure. Pumps will go to low. See if we can get her into the ramp. I wonder if maybe I pulled the mixture back too far and then gave it too much throttle. That could be it, maybe. Clear left, clear right. Hanna traffic, Twin Cessna 7 Foxtrot Alpha's clear of the runway, Hanna. I'm gonna try to replicate that real quick. So I don't want that kind of stuff to happen more in the air. So I usually pull it back to where the mixture's, the top of the metal is at that 1 mark. That's where I bring it back for taxi. Let's see if she idles there. Seems to be idling fine both sides. Let's see what happens if I bring in power now. Should have just cut out though. It should run rough. Yeah, see, I didn't bring in this much power though when we were turning it around on the runway. Maybe it was just fuel. I mean, I know these things are inaccurate in most airplanes, but by that much? 10 on each side? What do you guys think, chat? What happened to my engines there? Adam wants to crash, oh boy. What was my landing rate on that last one? Landed with 205 up. No, that's not gonna cut it, man. That time Tommy ran out of gas on VATSIM, you still remember that, Don? I still remember it. I can flash back to it, man. And the CJ4, we're on cruising our way. I think we were about to start our descent into Boston, or we had already started our descent. But yeah, I remember going into Boston in the CJ4. I won't forget that one. Don called the gas issue. There's probably a delay in the stream done between what you're seeing in the chat and then when you see my actual landing, so the video is a little bit delayed from the chat. Better quit, Tommy, before you break it, says Don. Yeah, maybe we should just call it a day. I think the mixture was a bit leaner than that. Alright, let's try that, Dub. Let's try all the way out here. But man, I didn't bring in that much throttle either. See, I'm already bringing in a lot more than I had before. I'm just gonna keep bringing it up until something happens. It's running rough now, you can hear it. Dude, what? What caused the engines to quit, man? And they both did. I'm confused. Still 20% in the main tanks, 11-12 gallons on each side. Alright, let's go to our status page. Remember we had I don't know, something with the cylinders. Let's see what the status. I'm gonna do an inspection. Let's shut her down first. Pumps off. Let's get avionics and lights. Let's do an inspection and see if there's anything wrong. Switches are all off. Close the cowls, get our parking brake on. Inspect. Oil supply. Yeah, still. Even in the yellow, though, I don't think that's going to have anything to do with it. Oh, here we go. Cylinders. This is completely blank, so something's wrong there. This has got to be our issue. These were in the yellow the first time we checked before we took off. They looked something like this. Somewhere in the middle, maybe 3/4 of the way. And they were yellow. So they must obviously be doing something really wrong to be killing cylinders in this thing. A brand new airplane. And we show our cylinder head temps are always in the green. I'm always leaning for taxi. I lean during cruise. I'll have to look that up. I don't know what I'm doing to kill the engine. My brand new motors. Alright, let's get all of our covers on. Wheel chocks, control lock. I'll have to get some more practice in Thursday night. Let me see what's going on Thursday, if it's a GA event, if it's going to be flying bigger airplanes. Thursday is usually TPC flying Thursday, so it's usually a fly-in event. So likely we'll take the 310 again. We definitely got to get some more practice in this thing. Let me see where the event is going to be. TPC flying Thursday, Pensacola, Florida. Alright, my neck of the woods. Not so much Pensacola, but at least it's Florida. It's flat. Be a good place for us to practice with the 310. Yeah, I'm stumped. Let's go ahead and repair that stuff. Alright, I clicked this repair button and it repaired my oil supply but didn't replace cylinders. Maybe so low oil caused my cylinders to burn up and lock up. It's actually not letting me repair the cylinders. Is that something I have to do with an overhaul? God damn. 4 flights in, I'm already overhauling. Oh, there it goes. It just takes time. Because it's a longer repair. I see. Alright, in the future for the next flight, during our pre-flight, when we're doing the walk around and checking the oil like we did today, we're gonna have to come back and look at this and make sure our oil supply's in the green. That's my best guess. We're burning oil and that we need to add more. It was in the green when we took off though. I remember when I was showing you guys the EFB, this was in the green, this was in the yellow already, so I don't think it's oil supply either. It's gotta be something I'm doing wrong. Alright, well, it's good to fly for next time now. We fixed our cylinders. We had to talk to the local mechanic here at Hanna, and he's able to fix it for us after several thousands of dollars. So we're good to go for next time. Everything's covered. Let's close our door. Parking brake is set. Control lock. Everything's off and closed. That's going to be it for me, guys. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys Thursday night. That event is at 8 p.m., but we always get started early, myself. And on stream, we usually start at 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Thursday, 2300 Zulu. We'll be flying into Pensacola. And, see if we can get there in one piece in the 310. Last catch up here in the chat, and I'll let you guys go. Maybe go back and watch the playback. We'll give a clue. That's good advice, Don. I'll definitely, I'm going to be doing that. See if there's something I missed. Any red flags. Very odd, says Dub. You'll watch it 28 times between now and the next flight, critiquing everything? Yes, I will. That's going to be expensive, says Dub. Yeah, man. Cylinders, you got to rip open the whole engine for that. Not fun. Maybe found spark plugs, but we would have noticed during our run-up. Everything was good during our run-up over there at near Honolulu. But maybe I was running too rich. And I highly doubt it. I mean, we're running 50 degrees rich peaky GT for cruise pretty much the entire time. I leaned out for taxi. I mean, is the airplane really that delicate? And it didn't show it. We had a spark plug thing here, and it didn't show any damage, did it? We've got spark plugs here. That stayed in the green the entire time. That hasn't moved. When we took off over there near Honolulu, cylinders were in the yellow. Maybe about right here in the yellow. Both sides. Everything else was green. Engine rebuild got to be expensive, especially when it's 2 engines, Don. Hope I win the 737 raffle. Thanks, Don. I hope I do too, man. I want it so bad. I want the PMDG 737, but I'm also trying not to jump on it so quick, trying to wait to see if there's any bugs that pop up that needs to get sorted out. I was going to wait for the 800 variant, which will be another month or two before they release that. But now that I see everybody flying it, man, I really want to buy it, Don. And I like that the 700 comes with the BBJ variant too, so maybe I will soon, but not right this minute. I just got today. I paid $2,500 in vet bills to get my dog's teeth cleaned, and he had 11 extractions. Total cost for me, start to finish, $2,500. I paid most of that today, so I'm hurting right now. But my dog is good. He's in good shape. He's happy. I did not catch any of the F1 dub. Negative, sir. "12 weeks for the 800, says Don. Yeah, I don't know if I can wait that long. We'll see if there's an influx in money between now and then. If there is, I'll pick up the 700 and BBJ. Not going to be like today or the next day, though. Gotta feel it out in the next couple of weeks. For now, we've got the 310 to learn and play around with. I'm happy with it. Alright guys, I'll see you guys on Thursday. I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a great day. Have a great night. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. Take it easy. See ya!